Thank you so much for joining us here at the Weather Network for Weather AM. It is Thursday, November 6th, and let's take a look what's been going on across the country, starting you off in Atlantic Canada, St. John's. A potent storm system moved through, bringing very strong winds that downed trees, power lines, and we have more on this story with Nathan Coleman throughout the hour in our In the Know segment. But across the west, what a beautiful shot here of the Beaver supermoon. Calgary got a treat of a nice view area where it has been quite a cloudy scene through the day. On Wednesday, the winds were quite gusty as well, but there is a bigger story at hand, which is the auroras. As we head through Thursday night, we are forecasting a G3 geomagnetic storm. So this is weather permitting, if you are going to see clear skies or not. But across southern Ontario, it does look like through the early evening, we should expect more clear conditions before the cloud cover starts to build. Now, taking you through this morning, lake effect snow. That was the story just off the Georgian Bay shores. We saw some accumulating snow for areas like Alliston. So that was a slower commute for you if you were along the 400. But overall this afternoon across the GTA, what a pleasant day in store with sunshine in the forecast, temperatures in the upper single digits, about 7 degrees for the daytime high in Toronto this afternoon, 5 up towards Barrie, but soak in all the sunshine. As we head into Friday, we'll see a rainy system move through. Now, through the day today, just highlighting along the Dundalk Highlands, Orangeville, there is a chance of seeing lake effect showers as well as snowfall mixed in with the chance of wet flurries. And there is a chance of some showers to push in down towards south across the GTA at times as well. But overall, not a washout of a day. Just keeping in mind, heading into Thursday afternoon, we'll see some widespread rain push in across the GTA and should slowly start to clear out through the evening. Now, not much in terms of accumulations. We can see anywhere between 5 to 10 millimeters of rain in the forecast, and that should slowly start to clear out by the time we head into the evening. So not much of a rainy commute, especially with how the sun is setting so earlier than expected. And it does look like heading into Saturday will be quite cloudy as well. But a perfect day to start setting up for those holiday decorations, rather. And heading into Friday afternoon as well. Temperatures quite on the mild side, about 11 degrees in Toronto, 9 up towards Barrie as well. And that's all courtesy due to the winds pumping in from the south. So we'll enjoy milder conditions, but that will come with some cloud cover as well as rain as well. Now, in terms of the winds, on the lighter side throughout the day today, but heading into tomorrow as a system approaches, we could expect gusts anywhere between 40 to 60 kilometers an hour. And especially along those lakes, they'll pick up quite a bit as well. And before we start to see it slowly subside as we head through the day on Sunday. Now, a big day tomorrow, just highlighting, speaking of the sunset and sunshine, the last sunset after 5 p.m. is expected tomorrow. So we'll really have to wait until next year before we slowly start to see the sunshine fully return, which I'm looking forward to personally. And in the next 7 days for you across Toronto, the forecast does entail the chance of wet flurries heading into Sundays. I'm meteorologist Amandeep Purewal, and let's take you through your long-range forecast, as many of you may have some questions about snow moving in across the GTA this weekend. Now, overall, starting you off here with the temperature pattern, notice all those purples. Slowly, by the time we head into Sunday, some Arctic air will be funneling down south, in which we'll have to keep a very close eye on who will see the chance of wet flurries or snow as we head through this weekend. Now, just showing you two different scenarios depending on the low's track. If it is more towards the north, that means portions across northern Ontario could see the chance of snow compared to the GTA, more of a rain snow mix. So we really have to keep a close eye, especially just north of the 401, what the conditions are going to be shaping up. Now, heading through the day today, remaining fairly clear, periods of cloud cover, but heading into tomorrow, a widespread rain is expected through the afternoon. Now, notice those blues really seeping towards the north. We'll get a little bit of a break heading into Saturday. But Sunday, that's a system that we'll keep a very close eye on as it moves down towards the south. And this model is showing the chance of a rain snow mix across the GTA. So we'll keep you updated with any new details as those models do start to update. But other than that, temperatures heading into Sunday are going to tumble. So you'll need your winter wardrobe, get your mittens, hats, scarves. You're going to need all of that, especially heading into the long range, as we're just going to notice more of a cool trend as we head into the long range. Now, through the rest of the day today, we saw lake effect snow move in across the Georgian Bay shores, and that brought in accumulating snow in and around areas of Collingwood. However, heading into Friday, just timing it out for you, the rain is really expected through the afternoon. Now, it should be quite fast moving, so by the time we head into the evening commute, we shouldn't really expect much of an impact of a slower commute, but we'll see how the conditions shape up as we head through the day tomorrow. But for now, it does look like it's expected to clear up, and temperatures overall this afternoon meandering around the upper single digits, a little bit cooler up towards the north. But notice heading into tomorrow, temperatures feeling a little bit warmer than seasonal. It will be gloomy, rainy, as well as windy as we head through the day Friday.
Thursday, I'm Matt Hamill filling in for Murph alongside meteorologist Amandeep Purewal. There is a lot going on weather-wise in basically every part of the country, it seems.
Yeah, from west to east, including snow to strong winds, even rain. But let's recap across Atlantic Canada with the strong low pressure system that we saw this past week.
Well, as Nathan highlighted there, more active weather on the way for Atlantic Canada. Now, Aman, we also look to the prairies as a couple of clippers will be making their way across the country. Here's more on that. Okay, thank you, Laura. And yeah, it seems like the first stop for that system is in the prairies, and Connor O'Donovan will be on the ground in Edmonton with some reports throughout the day. So we'll be touching base with Connor. Looking forward to that. And here's a look at the snowfall. And again, a couple rounds could be quite impactful for travel.
Yeah, not only on Thursday, but even throughout the day on Friday. So Connor will also be on the field doing live coverage for the second Clipper system, but we'll really start to see the impacts as we head through the day today with snow, especially just north of the Yellowhead Highway.
Yeah, you see that kind of really riding that highway there as we see the Yellowhead travel impacts do look to be something we'll keep a close eye on, and things will finally quiet down, it looks like, for Saturday afternoon, but nothing quiet about what we're getting on the west coast as well.
Yeah, a more potent system will be moving through the day today with heavy rain and snow in the higher elevations, so we could see substantial amount of rain before we get a little bit of a break heading into Friday afternoon.
Okay, so look at some of those rainfall totals, and a lot happening across the country.
Winds over 80 kilometers an hour and rain getting upwards to 75 millimeters is in the forecast across the BC coast as a potent system is expected to pass through Thursday afternoon. Now you can see heavy rain at times pushing in across Vancouver Island, and that will slowly push towards the lower mainland through the late afternoon into the evening. Thank you for joining me here for your regional forecast. I'm meteorologist Amandeep Purewal, and the biggest topic has been the forecast that we're expecting this weekend. Now, take a look at all these purples here. They're slowly seeping down towards the south as we head through this weekend, and that means cool air that we'll be tapping into, and also talking about snow in the forecast. Now, there's a little bit of uncertainty of the track of this system that we're expecting as we head through the day on Sunday. So our team of meteorologists here are keeping a very close eye on the forecast, but we've painted here a potential storm track confidence. If this low pressure system lifts more towards the north, we could see more of a rain snow mix, but the further south it is, that's where we could potentially see our first major snowfall for the GTA. So this is another look here of the confidence from low to high here. You can see across central portions of the province, there is potentially a high chance, but this is looking more like wet snow in the forecast. So just anywhere north of the 401, we'll keep a very close eye here. So this is a good time to think about putting those snow tires on and also getting your winter wardrobe ready with those hats, mittens, and gloves, because temperatures are going to slowly start to become cool. Now, this is just a sneak peek heading into Sunday. You can see temperatures really close to the freezing mark here, especially up towards the north. So let's not get too ahead. Let's take a look at what you could expect through the rest of the day today. Remaining fairly cloudy. Notice along the lakes we could see some scattered showers as well as potentially wet snow in and around the highlands of the Dundalk region, as well as portions along Orangeville. But the bigger story really pushes in as we head through the day tomorrow. Into the afternoon, we can see around rain quite widespread to impact across the GTA, and we can slowly start to see this system move out by the time we head into the later parts of the evening. And on the back end, some scattered showers are possible, but quite a gloomy, windy, and soggy end to the week for us across the GTA. But temperatures, though, through the overnight, cooling down quite a bit towards the north, but overall, heading into tomorrow, it does look like we'll be on the milder side with temperatures well above seasonal, courtesy due to southerly winds.